courage and honor. Courage and honor. Courage and honor. I hear you murmur these words in the mist. In their wake, I hear your hearts beat harder with false conviction. Seeking to convince yourselves that a brave death has meaning. There is no courage to be found here, my nephews. No honor to be had. Your souls will join the trillion others in the mist, shrieking uselessly into eternity, weeping for the empire you could not save. To the unfaithful, I bring holy plagues ripe with enlightenment. To the devout, I bring the blessing of immortality through the kiss of sacred rot. And to you, newborn sons of Guilliman, to you, flesh-crafted puppets of a failing Imperium, I bring the holiest gift of all. Silence.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be based on the Death Guard. As you just watched, that is the trailer for the Death Guard. They are due out on the 9th of September, but also the Warhammer community site has put out a brand new article around this release, more or less focused on some of the cool stuff. But on this video, I really want to discuss Mortarion. Mortarion coming back is a huge deal now. I know he's been back in the past through other books and stuff like that. I know he had a big fight with Caldo Drago, and Drago carved his name, his previous Grandmaster's name into Mortarion's heart. All that happened. That's all in the past now, but he is back. He's returned to us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump in and we're going to look at Mortarion himself, and we're going to look at his stats, and we're going to compare him to Guilliman's, and we're going to discuss that. There's a lot of ands, but this should be a nice, interesting video. So let's jump in and let's get started. So let's start with Mortarion's stats. In this article, they give us a brief glimpse into Mortarion's stats. Not everything, just a nice little glimpse to tease us, to suck us in a little bit more. So looking at Mortarion, he's basically like a tank. He's like a vehicle. So the more wounds that you actually put on him, the less damage the harder it is for him to operate on the actual battlefield. So for example, 9 to 18 wounds, he's moving on 12, 5 to 8, he's moving 10 inches, 1 to 4, he's moving 8 inches, attack 6, 5, 4. You can see all the stats there on the top right screen. So Mortarion is basically like a tank. Now his weapon skill is +2, his ballistic skill is +2, his strength is 8, toughness 7, wounds 18. Incredible amount of wounds on this guy. This guy is going to be an absolute beast to take down. It probably is just, he's going to be a nightmare. I can just foresee it now. Leadership 10 and save +3. But now if we bring up Roboute Guilliman stats, because I'm an Imperium player, so I'm figuring out now is how the hell I'm going to counter Mortarion. So if we quickly compare Roboute Guilliman stats, so Roboute Guilliman is not like a tank or anything like that. You know, he doesn't suffer any losses the more wounds he takes or anything like that. He's nothing like Mortarion in that regard. So his movement's 8, his weapon skills +2, ballistic skill +2, so they have the same weapon skill and ballistic skill. Strength is 6, and Mortarion's is 8, so Mortarion has 2+ strength on him. Toughness 6 for Guilliman, toughness strength for Mortarion, wounds 18 for Mortarion like we just said, and wounds 9 for Guilliman. Attack is 6, leadership is 10, and save is a +2. So you've got a better chance on saving on Guilliman to try and keep him actually alive. Now as an Imperial player, and I'm actually thinking of starting a Death Guard army, so this is going to be quite ironic for me to. I'm not going to complain, I'm just. How can I say this? I'm preparing for the worst. So, Mortarion looks like an absolute beast on the battlefield. Some of the rules that we've actually got off the actual article itself. So these, I'll actually put these up on the screen as well. So we have something called Toxic Presence. Enemy units within 7 inches of Mortarion must subtract 1 from their toughness characteristic. That is a huge, huge stat. I think that could be absolutely deadly. You know, people like Roboute and all that kind of stuff. That is very, very good. Very, very good. And then you've got another one called the Host of Plagues, where it says roll a dice for each enemy unit that is within 7 inches of Mortarion at the start of the fight phase, and consult Mortarion's damage chart. If the roll equals or exceeds the required value, the unit being rolled for suffers D3 mortal wounds. Again, that is... Oh, I'm scared. Guys, I'm scared to fight Mortarion. It seems like once Mortarion is in his, let's call it his Nurgle range, so once he gets into like this melee kind of range, he's basically just got to go through any unit with ease. He's just got to, it's like a hot knife through butter. He's got to slice them apart, and this is not it. You know, we haven't actually got the rules for his scythe or anything like that, so I expect a lot more pain coming my way with Mortarion. Once we get the full rules and stuff like that, this is, I definitely want to make a Death Guard armor coming out of this. Not for the cheese, just because I love Mortarion in the Horus Heresy, and I love all what GW's doing with the Demon Primarchs and all that kind of stuff. I'm over the moon with it all, and I think Death Guard is definitely going to be my army. But fielding Mortarion now, it's oof, baby, this is going to be a tough guy to take down. I'm actually hoping that one of my friends actually get him before I get him, and or maybe I can meet someone at Warhammer World who has Death Guard, because I would love to just do a 1v1 with him and Roboute Guilliman to see what it's actually like, and that who comes out on top, because I know Guilliman's got his nice little Emperor sword and he can inflict a ton of damage if you get the dice gods on your side. So it should be a nice interesting matchup. I'm not going to say that Roboute is going to be smashed by him. Of course, if you look at the power ratings and stuff like that, Roboute Guilliman is a little bit cheaper. So I think Mortarion points wise is going to cost a chunk of points more than Roboute Guilliman. I know people are already complaining about Roboute Guilliman's point cost, saying he's too cheap and stuff, but I think he's fine as he is. That may be the fanboy in me, but I think he's fine as he is. I see Roboute Guilliman as more as a army-wide stat buffer, where Mortarion, looking at this, I may be completely wrong, but it looks like Mortarion's going to be he's there just to kill as many people as possible, where Roboute Guilliman's there to help your army as a whole, going off his stats and stuff like that. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how these two match off against each other, and I cannot wait to actually do it myself. And before I forget to mention, one of the biggest things, one of the biggest pains I've come across fighting Death Guard people, and I've got a couple of friends who are making Death Guard armies, and I've actually played friends in Vigil Mortis who have Death Guard lists, and one of the biggest pains I've come across is that it's just impossible to kill them. They just won't die. You think you've killed them, you think you've got a victory, and then all of a sudden they roll disgustingly resilient, and boom, nope, denied. He's still going. And I'm like, Holy Emperor, please give me strength. Just kill one of these guys. I had a game against a friend, Sadon, and I must have shot my Hellblaster squad at these guys, and they, I think it was like for 3 turns, and they just didn't kill one of his units. They just kept coming and coming and coming, and I was like, oh, please, no, just one of you die. Just one of you die. So this is the biggest... I'm just scared. I'm just scared now of Mortarion leading the pack. And this is Mortarion. We haven't even got Typhus yet. Typhus is supposed to be a beast as well. So, I don't think my pretty little Imperium mind can take this. I'm just, I probably need help, guys. Within the weeks to come, if anyone's got any feedback at all on how I can counter these Death Guard players, then please let me know. I would love all the tactics you can give me. My army is mainly Primaris. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going for the full Primaris look, the rule of cool Primaris look. But if you guys have got any advice how to better myself and purge these Death Guard players, I am all ears. Please send away. And of course, some of the really cool stuff is not really even mentioned in the article, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a big thing now, is that with all these Primarchs returning, especially Mortarion, he's basically got a grudge for Guilliman. I'm hoping that we get some more established lore and maybe a personal duel between Roboute, Guilliman and Mortarion. Maybe, you know, maybe a book down the line, maybe you know, audio dramas, anything like that. This is where Black Library can come in and start working their magic with the whole Primaris and the whole splintered galaxy now, and all the warp storms and everything that's going on. I've done videos on this in the past, but there's so much potential now for books, lore, all this cool stuff. And for people who know me, I enjoy the lore tenfold more than I enjoy the game. Well, saying that, I'm really getting into the game since 8th has come out, because 8th has been a really amazing experience. 7th, I was a bit lost with 7th, but 8th is a very easy learning curve, and I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the lore, so I'm really looking forward to this Death Guard book to see what little new tidbits are in there. I'm really hoping that Caldor Drago is Drago, however you want to pronounce his name, is mentioned in this book, because, you know, the guy carved his Grandmaster's name into Mortarion's heart, and surely he's got a bit of a grudge about that. And of course, Caldor Drago has been cited, air quotes I'm doing here, since the Warp Rift opened and stuff. You know, he's appearing across the galaxy, doing all his funky stuff as you expect him to do. So I wonder if them two are going to meet up and have a little rematch down the line, and maybe this will be the final rematch. Who knows? This is just me wish listed now and hoping for the best. But yeah, this is it, chaps. The article is in my description below. It says here on Tuesday they're going to be showing off some more stuff, so I'll probably do another video once that's posted to go in depth and look about all that new stuff they're going to post. But the 9th of September is when the releases come out. So I'm definitely going to be purchasing the actual Mortarion model, because I actually really do like the model itself. I know a lot of people have got some complaints about it, about his wings and stuff like that, but I think it's a gorgeous looking model. So for me, it's basically just going to be a showpiece, if more than anything, for now, in my cabinet, until I start working on a little small Death Guard force. But a gorgeous looking model, fantastic looking model. I think they're doing a fantastic job with all the latest models that have been coming out, especially the Primarchs. I've loved every last one of them. But yeah, that is me done, chaps, for another video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, if you've got any advice, if you've got any comments, feedback, or anything about the Death Guard, just anything at all, just please let me know. Post in the comments. I love chatting to you chaps in the comments and having a nice little healthy discussion between us all, and just having a nice time. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and enjoy the start of the week, chaps. See you soon and have a good one. Bye bye now.